Well, hi there, everybody, and welcome to game number 6 of week number 9 here at the Hometown Football League. Minnesota, who lost to Detroit the first time they played in week number 3. These are all rematches, week number 9 of week 3 games. They lost 24-21 in overtime to Detroit in Minnesota, and now they have to go on the road and take on Detroit. Minnesota 5-2, and Detroit comes into today's game at 3-4. As I call up the play screen here, there we go. Detroit a 1-point favorite. As we push this game into motion, and they are at Ford Field, the indoor arena in Detroit, Michigan. So it's always going to be 70 degrees and calm, even in November when it's nice and cold outside in southeast Michigan. I'll be controlling Detroit, the computer, Minnesota. Detroit won the toss. We will receive. Fran Tarkenton against Matthew Stafford, a couple of Georgia boys going at it against each other. Bud Grant on one sideline, George Wilson on the other sideline for the Lions. Lions in their blue, Honolulu blue, and Minnesota in white but in purple numbering and lettering. Watkins, Fennenbach, Walker back deep for the Lions, and let's get this puppy started. And that's a kick 9 yards deep into the end. That'll be a touchback. I got so excited I hit the mute button on my phone, on my headphones. So sorry about that, folks. Technical difficulties, and we are only a minute 19 into the stream. Detroit's lineup: Sanders and Taylor at running back, Moore and Johnson at wideout, Sanders at tight end, Stafford quarterbacking, Brown, Stanfell, Glover, Sewell, Creekmore. That will be your offensive line. For Minnesota, Eller, Dolman, Page, Randall, an outstanding front four. For the Vikes, Blair, Simeon, and Winston, your linebackers. Bryant, Rhodes, Browner, and Kraus will be your defensive backs. To Sanders, 1st and 10, off tackle right. He will test that front four of Minnesota.
Holding offense, number 88, 10-yard penalty.
And they get the tight end, Sanders, for a hold, and it's going to be 1st and 20 from the 10. We'll go to Taylor then on a dive and give Sanders a little breather. And Taylor with a nice gain of 9 yards. And that makes it 2nd and 11. Nicely done. Go back to Sanders. Pitch it left. He's got the pitch, and he's got room to run. He's got the first down. Gain of 12. Move the sticks. Go to a double tight end set. Sanders, pitch it right. Keep working the sidelines. And Sanders past the 40 to the 44. A nice gain for him. His first 2 carries have gone for 25 yards. So Detroit off to a good start. As I reset my slides for the end of the first quarter. Sorry about that, folks. No, you couldn't see it, but this is what I do while I'm calling the game. I keep busy. Sweep left, Altie Taylor. 1st and 10 at the 44. Back to the line, and that's it. Eller makes the tackle. And they have yet to test the defensive backfield of the Minnesota Vikings. They have 8s at corner, so the matchup should be relatively good for them. Hitch, it's going to be medium cross instead to Calvin Johnson. And it was a good accidental call on my part, a gain of 15. 1st and 10, the ball now at the 41 of Minnesota. Off tackle right, Barry. Barry be Barry here. 2 yards. Winston makes the tackle. Quick pitch to Sanders on 2nd and 8. And that goes for 5 yards. setting up a 3rd and 3. Ball to 34. To Moore, short slant. Blitz coming, so we're going to stay with the call. Usually a slant works well against the blitz, and there it is. Gain of 11. Now Sanders is a little tired, so we're going to bring in Doak Walker. With that 5.1 clip of his, he will replace Berry for the remainder of the series. We'll go to him off tackle right. Gain of 11 if it holds.
Illegal shift. Offense. Number 81, 5-yard penalty.
Against Johnson. Let's take a look at Doak Walker because I think it's the first time he has seen action. He's out of SMU. He played in the early 50s for the Lions, and also can play defensive back, which probably is well buried in the depth chart, I would think. They'll go to Golden Tate here, medium slant, 1st and 15. And they were sitting on it, incomplete. Kraus there on good coverage. They'll go to Walker on the screen. And there he goes to the 20, close to the 15, at the 15, a gain of 13. That sets up 3rd and 2. And they'll look for Charlie Sanders here. Short cross. Incomplete. So that'll bring in Murray, who would later go on and play for the Dallas Cowboys in a couple of Super Bowls. He will try a field goal from 32 yards. Snap good, the kick up, and right through the goalposts. 3-0 Lions. And that took almost half of the first quarter. 7:44 to go. Here's your kickoff. I didn't see who the return man was, so we will get that straightened out for you. It was Percy Harvin. Returned at 30 to the 28. In fact, let's take a look at those return men for Minnesota. Harvin, Nelson, and West. The lineup for Minnesota, Peterson and Brown are your running backs. Carter and Moss, Chris Carter and Randy Moss. Oh, what a duo that is to have at wideout. Jordan is your tight end. Fran Tarkenton will be your quarterback. Zimmerman, McDaniel, Tingelhoff, White, and Yeri will be your offensive line. For Detroit, Porsche, Baker, Karras, Brown, your front four, Walker, Schmidt, and Williams, your linebackers. Larry, Dahl, Hunter, Quinn are going to be your defensive backs. 1st and 10, ball to 28. To Adrian Peterson. He fumbles. Recovered by Detroit. Porsche picked it up, and now the Lions have a chance to build on their 3-0 lead. They'll look to Herman Moore on a play-action long fly route. See if he can beat his man. Nope. Deflected by Rhodes and incomplete. Walker will come out of the game. Barry Sanders goes back in. They will go to Barry. Dive play. 2nd down and 10. I have to cough for a moment. Gain of 2. I had popcorn before I did the games today as it rained a little bit. We had a thunderstorm come through the Tampa Bay area when I recorded this on September the 10th. So when that happens, I just grab a popcorn and grab a Coke and I just wait out the storm. And that's why I came up coughing. Game of 2 for Sanders, and it's 3rd and 8. Ball to 34. They'll look for Calvin Johnson here, medium cross. But a marker before the play.
Encroachment defense. Number 93, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
Works out nice for Detroit because that 3rd and 8 now turns into a 3rd and 3. They'll go Herman Moore, short slant. Stafford could not find more.
Pass interference, defense.
But there was a reason
Number 29,
why.
Automatic, 1st down.
First down Detroit on the PI. I'm not talking about Jim Rockford or Tom Selleck either. Pitch left. Thomas Magnum was Magnum PI. And something happened there. It was Sanders who fumbled it and got it back at the 22 after a pickup of no yards. 2nd and 10. Back to Sanders on a trap left. They're really working Sanders hard. He has 7 carries for 33 yards after that loss of a yard. 3rd and 11. It's going to be Calvin Johnson again. Medium hitch play. Caught. Touchdown. Calvin Johnson out of Georgia Tech. And the Lions are up 9-0. Your point after. Good by Murray. And it's 10-0 with 4:59 left to go. Harvin Nelson West back deep for Minnesota. And that was returned to the 25, or return of 28 by Percy Harvins as he took it 3 yards deep in his own end zone. 1st and 10 Minnesota. Ball, their own 25. This is Brown who gained 5. Kyle Rudolph comes in. He will be a second tight end. If he gets it in and end around, they'll be saying, run, run, Rudolph. We'll save that for Christmas. 2nd and 5 at the 30. Some of you might be seeing this at Christmas time. Who knows? Incomplete. Looking for Randy Moss. And let's see. Tarkenton is now... That was actually his first pass. He's 0 for 1. Hear that rumble of thunder? That was the storm we got a couple of hours ago. That's still out in the Gulf of Mexico. 3rd and 5 at the 30. That was completed to Jordan. Gain of 8. And Slay made the tackle for Detroit. When he makes tackles, does anybody at Minnesota just say, you just slay me? 1st and 10, ball to 38. And a timeout called by Tarkenton. They will have 2 timeouts the remainder of the first half. 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking for Brown, incomplete. 2nd and 10 at the 38. This is what happens when I do 2 games a day. I get punchy. And that is a throw and a catch to Chris Carter, who gains 15. Dahl, oh, you beautiful Dahl, makes the tackle at the 47. Oh, you beautiful. It's an old song. 1st and 10. Ball now in Detroit territory. Brown on the dive play, tackled by Schmidt for no gain. 2nd and 10 at the 47.
False start. Offense. Number 53, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
Tinglehoff called for offsides. And it's 2nd and 15. That backs Minnesota back on the minus side of the 50 at their own 48. Tarkenton to Brown. He gains 7 yards there, and it's 3rd and 8 at the 45. Percy Harvin, who you've been seeing on the kickoff team, he comes in as the 3rd wide receiver. He is number 16 up at the top of your screen. 3rd and 8. The throw incomplete. Looked for Carter, tipped by Walker. So now, Minnesota punts. I'm going to watch for the fake because that's my thing. Penalty, it looks like. We'll see. Nope, the penalty waved off. Punt went to the sideline out after a 31-yard punt to the 14. And now with 55 seconds left in the opening quarter, Detroit gets it back. They'll go Sanders off tackle right. This will be his 8th carry of the quarter. It's like Michael Jordan back before the Bulls won those championships, where they would give him the ball and he'd put like 40, 50 shots up. 43 seconds left to go. Gain of 14 by Berry. And they will go to Moore on a medium slant. And it's good. Gain of 14, so a first down and a first down. That'll be your last play of the first quarter. 10-0 Detroit. Upcoming HTFL games the next 3 days. Tomorrow, if you are watching this on either the 17th or the 18th, if you're watching it on the 18th, it'll be today. We have Pittsburgh and Baltimore coming to you at 7, Cleveland and Cincinnati at 9, and then Monday and Tuesday of next week, just one game each night. Washington at Dallas, Carolina at Tennessee. So that's coming up on the Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel, your home for the Hometown Football League. Back to the game. 43 yards of total offense for Minnesota on 9 plays. Detroit has had it a while, 132 yards on 18 plays. As I set up the next slide, thank you very much. The next slide you'll see in the third quarter. After the third quarter, here in the second quarter, it's 1st and 10, Detroit at the 42. It's Sanders, medium hitch. Charlie Sanders, the tight end we're looking for here. And it's a nice gain by Sanders, 17 yards. So Stafford has had success throwing the ball, 6 of 9, 93 yards. And this Minnesota defense kind of underachieving at the moment. Off tackle right, Sanders. But a blitz comes, so they'll change it to a screen to Alty Taylor instead. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. And they'll go to Sanders this time. Pitch it right. Minnesota played up tight. But Sanders is going to beat it for a gain near the first down marker. Gain of 9. And it's 3rd and a yard. Sanders, dive play. He's got the first. A pickup of 4. And it was Randall making the stop. Let's look at Sanders real quick. How he has been doing rushing the ball, mainly. He has not had a 100-yard game, if you could believe that. His best effort was 95 against Minnesota in week number 3, the team they're playing right now. And receiving, he's done well, 37 receptions. Actually, 24 receptions for 238 yards. So it's a little surprising that Sanders has not had a 100-yard rushing game yet. Jim Brown has been having almost all 100-yard rushing games. In fact, he could go to 2,000 yards on the year by the time it's over with on the pace he's on right now. Pitch it left to Sanders on 1st and 10 at the 28. And Sanders, speak of the devil, he loses 3 yards. Yes way. To Herman Moore, medium fly, 2nd and 13. That's a gain of 3.
Encroachment defense. Number 56, 5-yard penalty.
To Dolman. Okay, so you want to make it 3rd and 10 or 2nd and 8? I'll take 2nd and 8 and wipe out that gain. To Moore, slant, 2nd and 8. Blitz coming, so that's the perfect call for it. And that is a gain of 6 yards. 3rd and 2. And what do you do on 3rd and 2? I'm going to go to Charlie Sanders. Short hitch. That's there. Gain of 9. And the Lions just doing whatever they want right now to this Viking defense with 174 yards already. And we're not even 19 minutes into the game. Trap right, Barry. 1st and 10. That didn't gain anything. In fact, he lost a yard. Winston makes the stop at the 12. And Barry a little tired, although we're going to try to, since they're so close to the goal line, we're going to try to have him stick it out. Alty Taylor on the short pass. Not there. 3rd and 11. We'll put Stafford in the gun and try a medium pass to Herman Moore. Blitz coming, so we're going to change it to a specific play and go medium slant. The slant always seems to work good against the blitz, but not that time, incomplete. So Eddie Murray comes on. He'll try a 29-yarder. 75% chance he makes it, 75.3. And that was the other 25%. Alan Page with another blocked field goal there. Alan Page was known for that in his career, blocked many a punt and many a field goal. And Minnesota takes over at their own 21 with perhaps a little momentum going their way. 9:52 left in the half, 1st and 10. It's Tarkenton to Adrian Peterson, who gains 10 yards. 1st down. I could challenge the spot, but with 59% odds, I'm going to hang on to my challenge for another day or another point in this game. 1st and 10 at the 31. That was thrown to Moss, but incomplete. 2nd and 10 at the 31. And this is going to be a pitch to Peterson and a gain of 6 down the right sideline. Quinn makes the stop for the Lions. 3rd and 4 now. Ball at the 37. No, that was Brown on a draw, but he only gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 4th and 4. The Lions will get the ball back on the punt, barring a turnover, which may have happened here. Stand by. Usually when the punt animation goes a little crazy, that's what happened. And look what happened here. Watkins caught it at the 25, bobbled it, and Kasolke drills them. The ball goes wildly towards the Minnesota portion of the field, and Zimmerman picks it up and has himself a merry little touchdown. 10-6, your point after. Good by Walsh. And just like that, you got a game again. 10-7 with 7:25 left to go. Watkins back deep for Detroit, but a touchback. So now, a couple of plays going Minnesota's way. The blocked field goal by Alan Page and that fumble recovery in the end zone by Zimmerman. And that might rattle Detroit a little bit. Off tackle right, Barry Sanders. His 13th carry of the day, which is going to get called back.
Holding offense. Number 75, 10-yard penalty.
So Detroit, who seemed to have it going their way a few moments ago, have been brought back to reality. Screen to Taylor. That will be gain of 5. 2nd and 15. They'll go back to Sanders. Pitch left. Minnesota in a dime. And that's only a gain of 3 for Sanders. 3rd and 12. Man in motion. They'll go medium pass to Johnson. He's got it, but he'll be short of the first. He only gained 11, and they needed 12. Earl Morrill comes in the punt. Yes, that Earl Morrill, who would later go on and play quarterback.
Illegal block. Receiving team.
Legal block by Blair, backing the Vikings back 12 yards. Earl Morrill went on and played for, actually played for like 7 different teams. He played for the Colts and the Dolphins most prominently, and was on that 72 team that went undefeated. And when Bob Greasy broke his leg, Morrill carried that team until Greasy came back for the AFC Championship game and then the Super Bowl. 1st and 10, ball at the Minnesota 12. Minnesota has to go 88 yards. Into the flat goes Brown, and he's got a 1st down, a gain of 11. And the Viking fans in Detroit got sent to heaven. 1st and 10, ball the 23-yard line. I'm sorry, folks. Brown, gain of 3. I'm like Andre the Giant and the Princess Bride. 2nd and 7, ball the 26. And that is Peterson, a gain of 9. He got 126 yards last week against New England in the win there. First and 10 at the 35. To Brown. Brown got tripped up by Williams. A loss of 4. Second and 14. Incomplete. Looking for Brown again. Tarkenton 4 out of 9 for 41 yards. Third and 14. 2:29 left in the half. That went to Moss for a pickup of 15 and a first down. Ball at the 46. Clock running. Tarkenton to Chris Carter. Yes, gain of 4. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Much tighter game than it was a few minutes ago. 10-7 Detroit. Second and 6 at midfield. Tarkenton incomplete. Again looking for Carter. Carter 2 catches, 15 yards. Moss 1 for 15. So that nice receiving duo has been held in check. Third and 6. Ball to 50. Sack by Baker. Bubba Baker. Detroit will call time. 4th and 11. I'll watch for the fake, because that's my thing. And that goes all the way to the end zone, a touchback. Detroit with 2 timeouts. So does the Vikings have 2 timeouts. They'll go to Tate on a medium out. First and 10 at the 20. Caught by Tate. A fumble. Recovered by Calvin Johnson. And a gain of 14. Detroit will go to the hurry up. Herman Moore, medium cross. Ball to 34. Sack by Simeon. And Minnesota calls timeout after that loss of 9. Now Minnesota's in the middle, in the nickel, but look how wide open the middle of the field is. So I'm going to go draw with Barry Sanders and see if I can get something going here. Oh yeah. Nice gain, 9 yards. Gets it back to a 3rd and 10. And Minnesota burning all their timeouts in hopes that they get the ball back. 3rd and 10 to 34. Medium fly to Johnson. Instead, it's a dump off to Sanders. It's going to be short of the first, but it's going to work out nice for Detroit because they're going to use a timeout and burn the clock all the way down to 17 seconds because Minnesota does not have a timeout left. So they'll go to half, most likely with a lead. Earl Morrill back to punt to West, who fair catches it at the 12. 10 seconds left, perhaps time for a play or two for Minnesota. 1st and 10 at the 11. Peterson loses 4. Schmidt makes the stop. And they will go to halftime. Detroit 10, Minnesota 7. So we go right to the 3rd quarter. Minnesota only with 88 yards on the day so far, 22 plays. Detroit 34 plays, 215 yards. Minnesota gets the ball to start quarter number 3. Harvin back deep for Minnesota. He takes it at the 10. Watch out, he can break one. And he goes all the way to the 40 before Blades could trip him up. Return went 30 yards. 1st and 10, so Minnesota starting in good field position. Ball at the 40. Incomplete. Tarkenton checked down to Moss, but could not find him. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 at the 40. I'll update Tarkenton's stats here in a moment. He's now 6 out of 14 for 60 yards, as that was another incompletion. Tarkenton was looking for Brown there. And let's see. We have 3rd and 10, still at the 40. 3 and out for Minnesota. Yes, it was. as it was tipped on the line, and McDaniel picked it up but could only get back to the line for no gain. 4th and 10. Actually, McDaniel dropped it. The punt by Lee, Bob Lee, another backup quarterback, went to Watkins, who fair caught it at the 18. So Detroit gets their first possession of the second half. Stafford, 12 of 18, 147 yards and a touchdown. Barry Sanders, 14 carries, 68 yards. He also has one catch for 9 yards. Trap right Barry Sanders. Sure, Detroit fans will want to see him get a 100-yard game, and he's 7 yards closer to that goal. Winston on the stop for Minnesota. We have 14:20 left, third quarter. Alty Taylor on a dive on 2nd and 3. Minnesota playing tight on the line, and that holds Taylor to only a 1-yard gain. 4 wide now in the game for Detroit, which is the first time we've seen that formation today. The receivers are Moore, Johnson, Tate, and Morton, and we will go to Johnny Morton on a short hitch. Incomplete, but let's check the flag.
Offense, number 66.
Goes against
10-yard
Detroit,
penalty.
so it won't matter. Sewell called for holding, and it's 4th and 2. Earl Morrill back deep to punt. There it goes. And there was a fumble picked up by Blair. The return went no yards. 12:54 left. Hello there. Third quarter, it's 10-7 Detroit. But Minnesota has the ball now. 1st and 10 at their own 24. Tarkenton goes long and finds Jordan for a gain of 28. Nicely done by scrambling Fran, who was originally out of Virginia, played for the University of Georgia in college, and then played for Minnesota, then the New York Giants, and then Minnesota again. 1st and 10 at the 48 of Detroit. In fact, Tarkenton was not the quarterback for Super Bowl IV. It was Joe Kapp who led the Vikings in Super Bowl IV. On that play, Tarkenton looked for Carter, but it was incomplete. 7 for 17 is Fran Tarkenton, 88 yards. 2nd and 10. That's to Chris Carter, and Chris Carter might go. He does. Touchdown. 52 yards. No, I'm sorry, 48 yards. 48 yards. Tarkenton to Carter, and that'll improve Tarkenton's stat sheet. On the short hitch, the point after try, good by Walsh. No, I'm sorry, it was blocked. It was blocked. You always assume that those extra points are almost automatic, but not always. Walker got a paw on the extra point, so we will remain at 13-10. Let's look at that again. Can't really see it all that well. There you see the Houston starters, but they're not on the field yet. Watkins back deep, touchback. Now they're on the field. Maybe the computer knew that the next play was going to be a touchback. Who knows? 1st and 10, ball to 20. Detroit now trailing by 3. Barry Sanders off tackle left. Busted play. A fumble. And it was picked up by Stafford. 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12. So tide turning against the Lions here. Pitch right to Barry Sanders. Minnesota in a dime. That's good for 7 yards. Eller out of the game with some bruised ribs. So they bring in Danielle Hunter, who only played against Detroit the last time these two teams played, and he was in for a couple of plays, did not make any tackles. 3rd and 5. They'll go Sanders on a screen. No, we're not going to go onto him on a screen. We're going to go Golden Tate on a short slant out of Notre Dame. Instead, it was a dump to Sanders, a gain of 4. They needed 5. So it's punting time again for Detroit. Earl Morrill back deep. Detroit's got to be wondering what happened to all that offensive success they had in the first half. Morrill's punt went 38. West returned at 7, so the net is 31. First and 10, Vikings at their own 40, 10-14 left in the third quarter. It seems that the third quarter's gone on forever. Here's Brown. He gains 14 yards. And Dahl makes the tackle for the Lions. First and 10 at the 46. This is Tarkenton. Incomplete. Looking for Brown. Couldn't hold on. Second and 10. Same spot. Tarkenton's going to run, and he's not a bad runner. Gets the first down. Pick up a 13. Baker out for the game. So that will bring Cliff Averill out of Purdue. He comes on the field. And we'll sub for Bubba Baker. First and 10. Ball for 33. This is Brown gaining 5. Quinn makes the tackle for Detroit. Second and 5 at the 28. This is Brown again. No pickup on that one. So it'll be 3rd and 5, Minnesota. 3 wide receivers, 1 running back, shotgun formation. Into the flat goes Peterson, but he loses a yard. 4th and 6. They bring Walsh on to try a 46-yarder, and that is good. It is 16-10 now with 7:02 left. And it's Watkins back deep for Detroit, who have given up now 16 points in a row on 3 scores. A touchdown with a missed extra point, and now a field goal. They'll go Alty Taylor on a screen on 1st and 10. And sort of playing a tight defense, and that might have aided them. Pass went incomplete. Stafford now 10 out of 21. 13 out of 21, my bad. 151 yards and a touchdown. They'll go Sanders, pitch right. And sort of staying in their base defense, and that paid off for them. No gain for Barry, who's at 82 yards rushing on the day. And that sets up 3rd and 10. Shotgun man in motion. They'll throw a medium pass here and go to Calvin Johnson. And did Johnson get the first down? He did. Gain of 11. 6:03 left in the third quarter. To Barry Sanders. Sweep it to the right side. Can he turn the corner? Yes, he can, and he gains 5 yards. Sanders. Sweep it right. Keep Barry busy. And Sanders, first down and more, out to the 48. A gain of 12. And that gets Sanders a season high of 99 yards rushing. He only needs 1 more yard for 100, so we'll give it to him right now. Dive play. Another first down. Paul Krause was hurt on the last play, but he will stay in. And there you see it. Barry Sanders now at 111 on the day. Krause is staying in. Yes, indeed. 1st and 10 at the Minnesota 40. Sanders is a little winded, so we take him out. And we'll go back to Doak Walker. I always like to keep relatively fresh running backs in the game. Sweep right. And Doak Walker with a nice gain. 9 yards. Second and 1 at the 31, so you might have sensed we're setting something up here, and we are. Play action, long pass to Calvin Johnson. There's the throw, incomplete. Tipped by Bryant. 3rd and a yard. We'll go to Walker. Off tackle right. See if we can pick up the first down. Oh, this is going to be close. By the nose of the ball, Detroit gets a first down. They trail by 6, 16-10, a minute 57 to go. Back to the double tight end set. We'll look for Alfie Taylor, trap right. Gain of 3. Moore. Short cross and 2nd and 7 in the double tight end formation. Still, that's caught. And a first down, a gain of 7. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. It's 16-10, Minnesota. Coming up Saturdays at 7 o'clock, it's the Grand Slam Wrestling Match of the Week for you. I do not know the Match of the Week as I record this on September 10th, the match that you will see Saturday, that would be the 19th of September, because I have yet to do the match from the prior week. In fact, that's going to be the next thing I tape, the Farmer Burns Danny Hodge match. Whoever wins that will go out west and battle one of the top stars in the Western Circuit. So that's the Grand Slam Wrestling Match of the Week, available on Saturdays, every Saturday, right here on the Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel. Back to the game. 51 plays run by Detroit, 292 yards. 34 plays run by Minnesota for 195. Barry Sanders has his first 100-yard game of the season. Right now, Doak Walker is subbing for him. It's 1st and 10 Detroit at the Minnesota 20. They'll go Herman Moore, medium fly route. Blitz coming, so we're going to change that to a medium slant. It's Stafford. Cannot find Moore there. Nicely covered by Rhodes. Walker, pitch right on 2nd and 10. Looks like he'll get a nice gain here. He gets about 9 yards. I was going to say 8, but they give him 9. Winston on the stop for Minnesota. Taylor, dive play on 3rd and a yard. Minnesota playing tight. Just short of the first down. So now, Detroit's going to go for it on 4th. They're going to put Stafford in for a quarterback sneak. 4th and inches at the 10. Field goal really doesn't help them. Oh, that's a loss. A loss of a yard. Randall comes up and makes a huge play. Thank you, Al Michaels, for Minnesota. And it's 1st and 10. Actually, Al Michaels would say huge play. 1st and 10 at the 11. Tarkenton. Off of Randy Moss, incomplete. 2nd and 10 at the 11. You kick the field goal here, you still would need a field goal to tie it. So I opted not to. I tried to go for the gusto there. Tarkenton to Adrian Peterson, incomplete. Go for the gusto. Mike Sexton, the poker player who just passed away on my birthday, September 6th. He was 73. Godspeed, Mike Sexton. 3rd and 10, ball at the 11. That's to Percy Harvin. He gains 12. Just read Mike Sexton's book, by the way, Life's a Gamble, a few months ago, so I was sad to hear of his passing. Gain of 12, 1st and 10 at the 23. Gain of 9 for Peterson. Dahl on the tackle for Detroit. 2nd and 1 at the 32. This is Peterson. Makes the first down, and I'm going to challenge the spot here since it's the 4th quarter.
Upon further review, the runner was stopped short of the first down. No timeout will be charged.
Okay, there you go. Detroit uses its challenge. It's successful. 3rd and inches at the 33. Did we delay the inevitable here? No, we did not. 1 yard loss for Peterson. Chris Spielman, who's now an analyst, calling games on TV for Fox. I think he's calling NFL games for Fox, where he was last year, 2019 season. That's a loss of a yard. 4th and 1 at the 32. Punt return time. I don't think they try a fake here. They don't. And that was Watkins with a return of a yard. The punt went 43, and that's a replay I didn't want to show you because all the colors are messed up. Okay, stretch time. Walker is still in the game, so we're going to sub him out and put Barry Sanders back in. And why wouldn't you want to use Barry Sanders? Let's go to him on the stretch play. 1st and 10 at the 26. Detroit needs a touchdown. And Barry Sanders gets loose. 18 more yards. Paul Krause had to come up and make the tackle out of the backfield. And it's 1st and 10 Detroit at their own 44. Sanders on a screen. Heavy blitz, so this might be the perfect call. 1st down for Barry. Gain of 11. That's the 3rd catch for Barry Sanders for 24 yards to go along with his 129 rushing. Now here, I'm going to base set. I'm going to make Minnesota think I'm going to go to Sanders again, but I'm going to play action to Calvin Johnson. Long pass. Blitz coming. See if this works. It does. Gain of 24 for Calvin. Bryant on the stop for Minnesota. And it's 1st and 10 at the 21. To Sanders. Sweep left. Marker before the play.
False start. Offense. Number 60. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 1st down.
Never a good thing when you have a false start. Stanfield gets called on that. 1st and 15. We're still going to Barry Sanders, though. Pitch it right. And that looks like I could be holding. Yep.
Offense. Number 75. 10-yard penalty.
Brown called for the hold, and it's 1st and 25. I believe that was Lomas Brown. Yes, out of the University of Florida. So 1st and 25. We're going to look for more on the short slant. Now here you wish Detroit kicked the field goal on the last possession. Moore wanted interference, tight coverage by Rhodes, but it falls incomplete. Draw to Barry Sanders on 2nd and 25. Blitz coming, so this might work too. And there goes Barry. Gains 15 yards. The 10th tackle of the day for Bobby Bryant of Minnesota. And it's 3rd and 10 at the 21. So a critical play here. I would think the Lions would kick a field goal now, if needed. Johnson, medium pass. They're looking for him. They find him, and it's a touchdown. 21 yards out. And Calvin, with his 2nd of the day, goes over 100 yards receiving at 105. Point after, good by Murray, and it's now 17-16. The Lions have a lead with 7:08 to go. 4th quarter. Detroit trying to get a sweep on Minnesota, which would prove to be big if these two teams wind up tied at the end of the season, because the first tiebreaker is head-to-head record, then division record, then the net points, the points that are scored against the points that are given up, and then points scored is the 4th tiebreaker. Power rankings is the 5th tiebreaker. And then after that, we would just do a random draw. Probably never get to that point. Percy Harvin back deep. Minnesota needs any score.
Holding. Receiving team. 10-yard penalty.
Randall called for a hold. It's 1st and 10 for the Vikings at their own 10. Tarkenton 10 for 23, 147 yards and a touchdown. Stafford 18 for 29, 225 and 2 touchdowns. This is Tarkenton looking and could not find Randy Moss. His 2nd drop of the day, we're being told by our spotters. 2nd and 10 at the Minnesota 10. Incomplete.
Holding. Offense. Number 53. 5-yard penalty.
Tingelhoff called for holding, but they're so close to the goal line, you get a little discount on the penalty. 2nd and 15 from the 5 now. Tarkenton complete to Jordan. And look at this run. 30, 20. How about 80 yards for Steve Jordan? And a reversal of fortune there for the Vikings at the Detroit 15 now after an 80-yard catch and run by Steve Jordan, the tight end. Who would have thought that? 1st and 10 at the 15 now. Adrian Peterson. Remember, any score gives Minnesota the lead. Williams on the stop, a gain of 2. 2nd and 8, ball to 13. Gain of 4.
Offsides, defense. Number 76,
that's going to
5-yard penalty.
Be accepted. Brown called for offsides. 2nd and 3 at the 8. Advantage Minnesota. Peterson loses a yard. Schmidt on the tackle. 4:58 left in the 4th. It's 3rd and 4. Marker.
False start. Offense.
Good news for the Lions.
5-yard penalty.
Tingelhoff called for the whole false start, backing Minnesota up 5. But that just might give Tarkenton room to throw a little better. 3rd and 9 at the 14. Tarkenton looking. Touchdown. Randy Moss. Not going to keep him off the scoreboard forever. His 2nd catch for 29 yards proves to be big. Now Minnesota will go for 2 to try to make it a 7-point game. A 2-point try. Peterson, yes. And it's 24-17 with 4:43 to go in regulation. Watkins back deep for the Lions. And this is going to be a touchback. So the Lions need a touchdown to tie. 4:43 to go. They have plenty of time. I think they'll just be patient initially. Pitch right to Barry Sanders. Sanders with running room down the right side, but we have a marker afterwards. Late in the play, and it's a personal foul, and it's against Detroit. Calvin Johnson pushing and shoving with a Minnesota player who was not recognized. So it's 1st and 20 at the Detroit's own 10-yard line. Pitch right, Barry Sanders. We'll try that play again. And this is going to be a loss. 3 yards. 2nd and 23 from the 7. It's going to be a cab ride from Ann Arbor, home of the University of Michigan. Another pitch to Barry, which might work because the Lions are playing deep and the Vikings are playing deep and loose, but that only was a 3-yard gain. 3rd and 20. Lions will have to go long with 4:15 to go. Calvin Johnson caught, but short of the first by 3 yards. Calvin now has 122 yards receiving, but that 17-yard catch was 3 yards short of the first. We have 4:04 to go. Earl Morrill will punt it. And against hope, the Vikings are quickly stopped or they turn the ball over, something like that. Vikings lead 24-17. We have 3:22 left to go. 1st and 10 at the 29. This is Brown. No gain for him. He's got 9 carries, 23 yards. 2 catches for 18. 2nd and 10 at the 29. Adrian Peterson picks up 2. And Detroit's going to call timeout. 2:28 left. 3rd and 8. They're going to go all in on this play. Tarkenton. Better get Peterson. They can't. 1st down, Minnesota. And Detroit would be well advised just to let it go to the 2-minute warning, which they do. And then they could use their last 2 timeouts. First and 10 at the 41. Another first down, and Minnesota's got the win, I would think. Tarkenton has the first down. He gained 11, but he was knocked out of bounds. So the plot thickens. First and 10 at the Detroit 48. So Minnesota got the first down a little too quickly. Gain of 8 for Tarkenton, who's moving around like Barry Sanders would all of a sudden. It's second and 2, and the Lions will be forced to call timeout number 2. They have one left. They got to stop Minnesota here. Second and 2 to Brown, and he lost a yard. Alex Karras makes the tackle. We haven't heard his name too much today. Third and 3. Ball at the 41. Oh, call timeout, guys. This play will not count. Play will not count because I called a timeout after I was opted to call a timeout. Third and 3 at the 41. To Peterson. If it's a first down, it's the game, and that's the game because he got it. So Minnesota can just run the clock out. Peterson again. Gains 2, but this game is over. And there you go. 24-17, Minnesota avenging their defeat in Week 3 to Detroit with a 24-17 win. Player of the game honors? I don't know. Stafford and Tarkenton each had good games, ratings of over 100. Maybe you go to Jordan. Jordan had that big play of 80 yards, and that proved to be the difference. We'll take a look at the team stats. Minnesota only went into the red zone once and scored a touchdown on it. Detroit had 407 yards, and Minnesota with 346. Penalties, I always like to look at penalties and see how well the game was played. 15 penalties, so 53 plays by Minnesota, 64 by Detroit. And time of possession was Detroit had it for 36-50, and they could not come away with a victory. Scoring summary, you see it there. Detroit was up 10, and then Minnesota outscored them 24-7 the rest of the way. Nicely done win by Minnesota, if that's proper English. So we'll take a look at the upper north standings down here where my cursor is. It will show up in a moment. Yes, Miami, I know you're 4-5. I accidentally called you up by accident. Okay. Minnesota 6-2. Green Bay and Chicago will play on Monday night. We'll have that game for you next week. Minnesota beat Green Bay in week number 1, so they would own the tiebreaker if they wound up tied. Detroit 3-5, Chicago 2-5. So Minnesota and Green Bay definitely with the upper hand. And remember, in the Northern Conference they share playoff spots with the lower North, and Cleveland dominating that at the moment at 6-1. You'll see them tomorrow night against Cincinnati. In fact, here are your next 3 games. We'll note that Calvin Johnson won Player of the Game honors. Again, I picked the Player of the Game wrong. He had 2 touchdowns, 7 catches, 122 yards. Pittsburgh and Baltimore, Cleveland and Cincinnati. Washington goes and plays Dallas. That'll be the game we have for you on Monday, the 21st, before the real-life Monday Night Football game on ESPN. Your final in this one was 24-17, Minnesota over Detroit. Another close game here in the HTFL. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Big Paulie coming to you. We wish you well, no matter where you are, or whenever and wherever you see this video. Godspeed, God bless. We'll do it all again. Bye-bye for now, everybody.